Hey there, my friend, have you noticed how different the Cowboys' defense feels lately? It's like night and day compared to how we started the season. Remember all those frustrating moments earlier on, when it seemed like every team was running right through us? Well, those days might finally be behind us. Micah Parsons said it best after our Thanksgiving win against the Giants. The film's not lying. Everybody's staying in their gaps, playing honest and true. We're starting to believe in each other, and honestly, you can see it. The numbers don't lie either. Let me remind you, in the first 7 games, our defense was allowing over 400 yards in 4 of those matches. Teams were averaging 7 yards per play against us 7. But in the last 5 games, a complete turnaround. We've held teams under 400 yards in all but 1 game, and that one outlier only happened because Washington racked up yards late in garbage time. The defense is finally starting to gel, playing disciplined football and trusting the system. It's hard not to feel optimistic seeing how much tighter we've been on third downs, shutting down those big plays that used to haunt us. So let me ask you this. Do you think this is a turning point for our defense, or are you still holding back judgment? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and while you're at it, vote in the poll. Is this the best Cowboys defense we've seen in the past 5 years? Oh, and if you're enjoying this deep dive into what's happening with the team, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Let's get to our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Your support makes all the difference. You know, it's hard to talk about the resurgence of this defense without giving credit where it's due. Micah Parsons isn't just another name on the roster. He's the heartbeat of this defense. Since coming back from that ankle injury, it feels like he's playing with something to prove, and wow, has he been delivering? Just think about this. In the 4 games since his return, Parsons has racked up 5.5 sacks. That's dominance, pure and simple. Even when he's not the one bringing down the quarterback, his presence alone shifts the game. Opposing offenses are constantly forced to account for him, double-teaming or even triple-teaming, which opens up lanes for guys like Osa Odigizua, Mozzie Smith, and Chauncey Golston to step up. Take last week against the Giants, for example. Parsons recorded 1.5 sacks and 5 pressures. He's relentless and his energy is infectious. Did you know he's had 23 games with at least 5 pressures since 2021? Only Max Crosby from the Raiders has more during that span. When Parsons is on the field, the defense is simply on another level. Coach McCarthy even said it, "We're a better football team, a better defense, when Micah is on the field." That's without question, and honestly, can you argue with that? Here's where I want to hear from you. Do you think Parsons is already one of the greatest defenders in Cowboys history? Leave your take in the comments. Better yet, who's your pick for the greatest defender in team history? Let's get a debate going down there. And hey, if you're loving this breakdown, don't forget to like the video and share it with other Cowboys fans. Every like, comment, and share helps us grow this community. Let's get the word out there. Cowboys Nation deserves to hear about the greatness of Micah Parsons. Alright, my friend, let's take a step back and talk about the journey, because as good as this defense has been lately, it didn't come easy. If anything, this transformation has been forged in fire injuries, new schemes, and early season struggles made it feel like we were climbing an impossible hill. Think about the start of the season. The Cowboys defense was transitioning to Mike Zimmer's system, which is demanding, creative, and, let's face it, very different from Dan Quinn's approach. Adjusting to that alone was tough. Now add the injuries. Sam Williams was out before we even got to week 1. Then, in quick succession, we lost pass rushers like Parsons, Demarcus Lawrence, and Marshawn Kneeland. Key players in the secondary like Darren Bland, Jordan Lewis, and Trevin Diggs also missed time. When your top guys are sidelined, what happens? Confusion, missed assignments, a lack of chemistry. And we saw that in those first 7 games when teams were running all over us and converting third downs like it was a practice drill. But here's the thing, even through all of that, this defense didn't quit. They kept grinding, learning Zimmer's system, and finding ways to patch the holes. Eric Kendricks said it best, it was a learning period. Now, it feels like they've weathered the storm, and that foundation is finally starting to solidify. What do you think, though? Are these growing pains behind us, or do you still see cracks in the armor? Let me know in the comments, and let's do a quick vote on a scale from 1 to 10. How confident are you in this defense heading into the toughest part of the season? And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Hit that button and help us grow. We're on our way to 12,000 subscribers, and your support is what keeps this channel thriving. You know what they say, football is a team sport, and you need all your pieces to make it work. That's why I can't help but feel excited about what's coming next for this defense, for the first time in what feels like ages. We're getting closer to being fully healthy. Let's talk about Demarcus Lawrence. He's been sidelined with that midfoot sprain, but there's a strong chance we'll see him back on the field against the Bengals. You know what that means, right? More pressure on Joe Burrow, more plays being disrupted in the backfield. And let's not forget about Trevon Diggs. He's missed the last 2 games, but with extra time to heal, he could be ready to lock down Jamar Chase. And it's not just the big names. Coming back, players like Darren Bland and Marshawn Kneeland are also on the mend, which means more depth and fresh legs in key moments. This defense has been holding its own without some of these guys, but getting them back could be the difference maker as we face some of the NFL's most dangerous offenses. Micah Parsons put it perfectly. At this point, everyone is locked in, and honestly, you can feel it. This group has been through the fire, and now they're stronger, more connected, and ready to step up when it matters most. So here's a question for you. Which returning player do you think will make the biggest impact? Is it Lawrence, Diggs, or someone else? Let me know in the comments. And if you're as hyped as I am about what's coming next, now's the time to share that excitement. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's hit our goal of 12,000 subscribers together. Every subscription fuels this community, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's ahead. Alright, my friend, now let's look at what's coming up. If you thought the defense's journey so far was tough, buckle up, it's about to get even more challenging. The Cowboys' remaining schedule is no joke. 4 of our final 5 opponents have offenses ranked in the top 10. This is where we find out what this defense is really made of. First up, the Bengals. Joe Burrow is no stranger to big moments, and he's got an arsenal that includes Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. This game is going to test everything: the pass rush, the secondary, and even the mental toughness of this defense. After that, it doesn't get any easier. The Buccaneers are led by Baker Mayfield, who's been having a career year with 25 touchdown passes. And let's not forget the Eagles. Saquon Barkley has been playing at an MVP level, and stopping him will be a massive task. Even Washington, with rookie QB Jaden Daniels, has the potential to explode offensively if we're not careful. Eric Kendricks summed it up best. We've got to elevate. That's the theme for these final games: stepping up, playing disciplined, and finding another gear. Because let's face it, the playoffs aren't just a possibility anymore. They're within reach, but only if this defense holds the line. So here's my question for you. Which of these offenses do you think will be the toughest to handle? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's get a conversation going about how we can come out on top, and if you're ready to ride this roller coaster of a season with us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's show everyone why Cowboys Nation is the best fan base in the NFL. Alright, let's bring it all together, my friend. If there's one thing we've learned this season, it's this: Micah Parsons is more than just a player, he's a game changer. His presence elevates everyone around him, and as we gear up for this final stretch, the Parsons effect might just be the key to making a deep playoff run. Think about it. Parsons isn't just racking up stats though. His 6.5 sacks despite missing 4 games is pretty incredible. What he's doing goes beyond the numbers. His relentless energy forces offenses to game plan around him, leaving opportunities for others to shine. Osa Odigizua, Mozzie Smith, Chauncey Golston, they've all benefited from the space Parsons creates. And let's not forget the impact he has on the secondary, giving the corners and safeties more time to make plays. Now, with the team getting healthier, the timing couldn't be better. Demarcus Lawrence coming back adds another layer to the pass rush. Trevin Diggs returning strengthens the secondary. It feels like everything is lining up for this defense to hit its peak right when we need it the most. But the real test is ahead. These last few games will define not just this defense, but the entire season. Parsons said it himself, everyone is locked in. Everyone is ready. Are you ready? Because this is the moment, Cowboys Nation has been waiting for a chance to prove we belong among the NFL's elite. So let's hear it. Do you think this defense has what it takes to carry us deep into the playoffs? Drop your predictions in the comments. And while you're there, let's do one more poll. Will Parsons finish the season as the team's MVP? Yes or no? Finally, if you've enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your fellow Cowboys fans. We're so close to reaching 12,000 subscribers, and your support is what makes this channel possible. Together, we're building something special here at Cowboys News TV.